Now, the true contenders right now at this stage of the season are very few. And Carolina Hurricanes is my number one. That's the machine. They've not lost a single game in this postseason. They swept the Ottawa Senators 4-0. They also swept the Philadelphia Flyers 4-0. They won all these games convincingly. If you look at their form metrics and narratives, they are playing like they are suffocating the team. They are very, very fast. And their system is very, very perfect. A very good coach. Taylor Hall, doing about 12 points in 8 games, his first 8 games. Frederick Anderson in the first 8 games did about 1.12 on GAA, 0.950 on SV percentage. That's the best so far that we have in playoffs. And that's because they are not even losing any match yet. So Carolina is playing, for me, more like a position-driven team. Very, very fast, and they want to keep the ball all the time. So on my list, if you look at it, I would like to say for the Carolina Hurricanes, they are a cup favorite, and I see them getting to the final against the Colorado Avalanche. The only fear is Colorado Avalanche is working harder to beat the teams that they are facing in first and second round. And that's why they don't have the perfect result that the Hurricanes have. They are working harder to beat teams because Minnesota stressed them a bit. Some of their players were a bit banged up. But the Hurricanes have enough time to rest. And that's the only difference. So Hurricanes are coming in fresh. If they, end up with the same performance in the conference final against the Montreal Canadiens. After the first 7 matches, Minnesota was able to just win just one game against Colorado. McKinnon had about 6 goals and 6 assists in the first 8 games. And their offense did about 9 goals in game 1 alone. So 5 in game 2. So they are producing a lot of goals. It's a very good team. They are very talented, producing a lot of goals, but they are also conceding. And that's the difference between them. They've conceded more goals than the Carolina Hurricanes. Based on percentage, they are too far apart. So that's the only part I'm a bit worried about. I like the Colorado Avalanche because of their high-octane offense. They are very, very fast. They are producing more goals. And their goaltending was shaking a bit because they had to pull Wedgwood in game 3 against the Minnesota Wild. So McKinnon is also playing at a very high level. He's a very, very smart Canadian guy. He played well also in the Olympics, but he was injured in game 4. He broke his nose a bit and, a lot of blood was coming out. But hopefully he's able to stabilize, get better, and, get into the conference final with a lot of energy. They'll be facing most likely the Vegas Golden Knights, who is a very, very experienced team again. So I feel that their high scoring, definitely they'll defeat the Vegas Knights, but only if maybe injuries come up. Makai is coming back. I thought he was going to miss one of the games of this series, but he's coming back and he's doing so well. Kadri that they bought from Calgary Flames is also playing at a very high level. And I feel that they would be able to get it done against the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights are the veteran Hydra. They've been in this position almost, so much more times. They've also won the Stanley Cup at least within the last 7 years. They've won it once as well. So, they were able to play the first 4 games against the Anaheim Ducks just to tie it at 2-2. Then they went ahead 3-2, and right now they are trying to round up game 6, and they are already leading convincingly. So they will most likely make it very easy to get rid of the Anaheim Ducks. After 6 games, HL had scored 13 points. After 10 games, HL had scored 13 points, and it shows that he's playing at a very high level for the Vegas Kings. Carter Hart was doing about 0.908 on SV percentage. That's very good, but not so elite. It means that they are conceding goals, but they are finding a way to win. Because if you look at this Anaheim Ducks, it's still very close. They will most likely be ending the series 4-2 in 6 games. So it shows that they still have some vulnerabilities compared to the other teams that are within this category. So Vegas Knights are, for me, the most experienced team left. Their defensive structure has a bit of leak, but they are still dangerous, and they sometimes can be invisible and sometimes they may not be invisible, but they can still, cause a lot of problem for people.